What's up, everybody? Back in the build room here for another Monday Loganbuilt product highlight video. So we're going to stray away from the transmission specific stuff and talk about some new stuff, working on steering my ship into the direction of racing in general. And that means that I'm going to be coming out with products that are not just transmission specific. Still working on a lot of things for transmission specifically, but wanting to venture out into stuff that is more racing specific and diesel drag racing specific. And one of the biggest things that I hate when you go to the racetrack is worrying about battery issues. I don't want to worry if the truck's going to start. I don't want to worry if I'm having a voltage problem, I'm dragging it down because I'm turning on too many nitrous kits, along with headlights and all the other controls that you have to run. And I just want a battery that's going to start every time, that I'm not going to have to worry about it. If I leave the power on, it's going to draw this battery down and kill it. I wanted something that was safe, user-friendly, lightweight, and cost-effective. And so what I've come up with are these Loganbuilt batteries here behind me. They're a 12-volt lithium battery, so they're compatible with your charging system that already exists. These things are 1900 cold cranking amps, so they have a lot of cranking amp power, and they're 100 amp hours. So these things store a ton of power. They'll start a race car over like a gasoline car, like it has the spark plugs out of it. They'll turn the thing over so fast. So these things are really awesome. Been running them for 2 years now in my personal truck. Been running them for a year before that in my dad's race car. Got some in my father-in-law's bass boat, just testing different applications with different loads of different electrical outputs, and have had amazing results. This past summer, my father-in-law actually had an issue with his outboard motor, and he was stranded 7 miles from shore, and he ran one of these batteries for 7 miles on the trolling motor, and it made it about 300 feet before the dock before it shut off. Now, the nice thing about this battery is it will shut off on its own once the power draws down to the safe limit, much like your drill or impact batteries will on your cordless powered tools. A lot of these lithium race car batteries that are out there, if you run one down like that all the way, it'll junk the cell in it. You'll have to send that thing back, either get it repaired or most of the time buy a new one. If you just leave the power on your race car overnight and you come back to it the next day and the battery's dead, that thing's junk. We know because we've done it on JP's truck with really expensive batteries, and it is a heartache to tear up, $11, $12, $1,300 single battery when you have two batteries in line, because usually that's what it takes on some of those 16-volt systems. It usually flips the cell in the other battery when you leave it on too. So it's very easy to get $2,500, $3,000 in the hole just because of a simple mistake of leaving the power on. So aside from reliability and good cranking amp with a high amp hour, I needed these things to be really light. So these things are 25 pounds. There are a lot of batteries out there that are a little bit lighter, but those batteries are usually only 1100 to 1000 cranking amps. So usually in a diesel application, you have to run two of those things. So by the time you run two batteries and a bracket set up for it, you're about at the same weight as this one single battery here. This is a Group 33 battery. So the nice thing about this is that if you were ever at the track and you did have a problem, especially with this being a 12-volt system, you could run down to the local parts store and pick up a battery and it'll fit. The nice thing about this being a slightly large physical size is any battery at any parts store is going to be able to drop into whatever battery tray that you make for this. So to recap, this is a Group 33 size battery. It is 1900 cranking amps, 100 amp hours, and it weighs 25 pounds. So this is a great idea if you're looking to save a lot of weight, if you're looking to have a very consistent, well-starting battery that you know is going to work every single time. This is absolutely the best battery that we have come across thus far and been able to put together for you guys. These things will be on the website by the time this video drops, and these are $1,100 shipped. Keep in mind that they have to go ground shipping because they are lithium. You can't ship lithium in the air. And they will include the charger and the Tim McCamus style charging plug. So if you wanted to essentially run a plug on the truck side and then wire in a plug on your battery charger side, you can just plug the battery charger in instead of messing with gator clips. But either way, comes with both. So if you guys are interested in these, they're on the website, www.getloganbuilt.com. If you have any more questions or concerns about them, shoot me an email to info@getloganbuilt.com and we can talk about it. So for this Monday, that's all I got. I know it's build season. I know a lot of you guys are looking to save weight on your trucks, and this is a great way to not only save weight, but to make your truck better and more reliable. Anytime I'm looking at my personal truck, looking at ways to save weight, I'm also looking at how to make the truck better, how to make the truck nicer. I'm not just looking at weight savings alone, and this thing here checks more than just one box. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. See you next time.